Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to live a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. I am obsessed with this concept of sustainable health, but it's come to my attention that not a lot of people know what that actually means. So I've actually Googled the definition of sustainable health, so I'm going to read it for you. Sustainable health is a personal commitment to maintaining and taking responsibility for your own health through preventative/proactive means. This means not only having regular exercise and taking care of what we eat, but we also maintain a healthy and balanced state of mind. The important concept from this idea is that it's preventative. It's a preventative approach to health. My own definition and my own way of thinking around sustainable health is a little bit different. For me, sustainable health means living in a way that you can continue for your entire life. A lot of people have this idea that health needs to be going on a diet or doing this workout routine for 8 weeks. But if you're on a diet and you have to start again every single week and you can't maintain it for the rest of your life, then what's the point? A lot of people, they go on diets, they lose weight, and then they gain it all back again. Even people who have things like weight loss surgery, they lose all this weight, but they haven't actually changed the root cause of the problem. They haven't changed what caused them to have this weight gain in the first place, and they end up gaining it all back. So to me, a sustainable way of eating is not restricting your diet. Everything goes, but it needs to be balanced. And by eating healthy and exercising regularly, dealing with stress, and getting proper amounts of sleep, those are my 4 pillars of health, then we can actually prevent a lot of the diseases that we end up with in the first place. We can prevent cardiovascular problems, we can prevent dementia and brain diseases, we can prevent cancers, all just by taking care of our bodies. And that to me is just incredible. Now I know that there's a chance, and a very small chance, that people who eat really well and take care of their bodies and do all the right things can still end up with preventable diseases. There is a genetic component to a lot of these things. But if you're already somebody who's a healthier individual, your prognosis is going to be a lot better. I've been saying for a while now that I'm going to live to be 150 years old. That's my goal. And there's also this concept of health span versus lifespan. I used to work in aged care, and I would see people in their 50s, 60s, 70s in these aged care facilities that they can't walk, they can barely talk, they can't feed themselves. They've got holes and tubes and stuff coming out of them, and they're reliant on others for their health. And to me, that's not living. For me, there's no point in increasing your lifespan if you're not going to be healthy for the majority of it, all the way up until the end, with the aim to be dying of old age. So now, in this video, I'm going to be giving you my top tips to start living a more healthy and sustainable life. The first thing that you need to do is you need to ditch the diet. We need to understand that eating in a restrictive way, where you're monitoring what you can and cannot eat, is not sustainable. If you really like chocolate or you really like wine, then is cutting that out going to make you happier and healthier? It's this concept of everything in moderation. If you're eating enough healthy fruits and vegetables and grains and legumes and nuts and seeds, then yeah, you can have your chocolate. Your entire diet shouldn't be just chocolate and wine, but it does have a place in your diet. The only time I really think that people should be going on a quote-unquote diet is when you're trying to identify something that is wrong. So something like an elimination diet. If you're trying to figure out what food you have sensitivities to, then yeah, you're going to need to temporarily cut out some foods in order to figure out what's going on. You need to rule things out. But in terms of trying to follow a low-carb diet long-term, or even calling yourself a vegan, if you say, I'm on a vegan diet, you're still identifying yourself as having a particular diet. Just eat the foods that you enjoy eating. Number 2 is to stop forcing yourself to eat foods that you hate. You might have this mentality that spinach is healthy, so I should eat spinach. Or Brussels sprouts are healthy, so I should eat Brussels sprouts. But if you absolutely hate that food, don't eat it. There are other foods that you can be eating. Number 3 is to find a form of exercise or physical activity that you love. Exercising doesn't always have to be running on a treadmill or going to the gym and lifting weights. There are so many different ways that you can move your body. You just need to find something that you enjoy. Whether that's yoga or Pilates or HIIT training, going for a walk or paddleboarding or hiking. You just need to move your body. How can you move your body in a way that you will love and the way that you can sustain for the rest of your life? Do you enjoy dancing? Do you enjoy gymnastics? Do you like boxing or martial arts? Find that thing and do more of it. Number 4 is learn to love your body and take care of it. Think of all of the amazing and incredible things that your body allows you to do. You can go for walks along the beach and swim in the ocean. You can go for hikes to the top of a mountain and see an incredible view. And I know that when people start to experience things like pain, especially back pain and knee pain, they start to hate their body and resent their body, and then they put on weight, and then they just feel worse about themselves. But when you learn to love your body and understand what it needs, then you can take care of it. As a physiotherapist, I used to get people in all the time that would come and see me and say, my knees are stuffed, they don't let me do the things that I want to do anymore. And because they're in pain, they end up sitting down and resting and relaxing. But the problem is, our knees need lubricant. Our body needs to be moving in order to lubricate itself. So if you're not moving, you're just going to stiffen up. So you need to move your body and feed it good food in order for your body to heal. You really need to learn to listen to your body and give it what it needs. Sometimes you're really thirsty, so you need to be drinking more water. Sometimes you'll have a bit more aches and pains, so you need to move your body and get out of the positions that are causing those in the first place. Our default mode is when we start to feel any sort of pain, we want to lie down and rest and relax our body. And while if you have an acute injury, that can be okay for a little while, but in order to actually recover and to actually take care of your body, you need to move it. The 5th and final tip that I have for you is to learn to deal with your emotions. Our negative emotions are often what cause us to develop negative behaviors and habits. Instead of coping with them in a healthy way, we cope with them in a non-healthy way, and we create these associations with the ways that we cope with things. If we're stressed and tired from work and we come home and we cope with that by drinking alcohol and sitting on the couch and watching TV and eating junk food, and we release dopamine in our brain, and our brain remembers that that feels good, this is how we coped with it. We remember that for the next time. And over time that just becomes a habit. We feel stressed, we cope with it in this way. That's when you get those late night binges and cravings and you can't seem to stop yourself from eating it, even when you do feel good. But if you can really start to understand your emotions, become clear on what you're feeling, and choose how to react to it, rather than having an automatic response, then that'll make all the difference in the world. Instead of coming home and feeling stressed and tired from work, you sit down and you meditate, or you listen to some music, or you read a book, or talk to your spouse. You can do those things, you can choose that response, instead of sitting on the couch and watching TV and escaping your reality. That's going to help you from stopping those negative associations with your stress and your fatigue, with those unhealthy behaviors. And then you won't have these late night binges, and you won't feel guilty, and then you won't say you're going to start again on Monday and have a new diet and then end up not being able to keep up with it. Deal with your emotions and your life will get better. Okay, so to summarize, those are the 5 things that are going to get you started on how to live a healthy and sustainable life. The first one is to ditch the diet. All foods are allowed, but you want to prioritize the healthy ones. Stop forcing yourself to eat the foods that you hate. Find a form of exercise or physical activity that you enjoy. Learn to love your body and take care of it. And learn to cope with your emotions. Leave me a comment down below. I'd really be interested in knowing if anybody knew what sustainable health was before watching this video and what you're going to do going forward. If you're confused about anything in this video, reach out and I can definitely help you out. If you'd like to see more videos just like this one, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I upload new videos every single Sunday. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.